The views and opinions of this broadcast are those of Colerain Game Day and don't reflect the views of Colerain football, Colerain High School, or the Northwest School District. Please enjoy the game.
And welcome to Mason High School here on Colerain Game Day. As your Colerain Cardinals open playoff action here as they play the Mason Comets in the first round of Division I Region 4 Ohio High School Athletic Association playoff action. A little bit of a different here as I'm Brandon Wyatt alongside Brian Wyatt with Mike Rourke on camera. A little different here, unfortunately, for the Cardinals. On their way to the game, there was a accident, not the fault of anyone on the buses, that did cause some injuries. Nothing serious. A couple.
Well, anything that we've said is kind of second-hand and a little speculative.
A couple students were taken for precautionary measures. Reported minor stuff to the hospital, but after about an hour delay, which to the Colerain coaching staff was not happy about because they just wanted to go as soon as they kind of give us 5 minutes to warm up, and we're already hyped, but obviously for safety reasons and make sure everyone has adequate time.
Yeah, OHSAA requires a certain amount of warm-up time pre-game, so they had to do their 45 minutes and go through the old rigmarole. So, and one thing, the Colerain football team standing on the side of the highway for so long, this Mason team has been sitting in the locker room and and their fans our fans, everybody's kind of been sitting around. It's kind of taking a little bit of a luster out. I know we were just saying it's kind of a strange feeling. It's not overly hyped one way or the other, but luckily we've got a game and nobody was seriously injured, and we get to watch our Colerain Cardinals tonight.
And as the sky becomes clear late in the game, temperatures will settle down into
the Colerain Cardinals actually coming to tonight's game
Stadium.
As the underdog. They lost to Mason earlier in the season, 32-6 at home. Here making the return trip as the 12 seed, Mason the 5 seed. Now, because we had an hour delay to start this game, all of the other games have started, so we do have some score updates for you. Moeller leads Hamilton 13-0 after 1 quarter of play. Fairfield over St. X midway through the second, 7-3. Springboro beating Oak Hills 28-7. Elder on top of Middletown 21-7. Milford on top of Western Hills High School, 20-8. Lakota West up on Lebanon, 14-0 after 1 quarter of play. And Princeton 16, West Claremont 6. So those are all the teams in Division I Region 4 in action right now. Elsewhere, last check, Kings on top of Sydney, 28-0. Ross playing Northwest as the 8 and 9 seed in Division II. They met earlier in the season where Northwest won. I don't know if someone was hurt or they righted the ship over in Ross because it's 21-0 Ross over Northwest after 1 quarter of play.
Well, it's an 8-9 they met, so it's tough to beat a team twice. And
the winner of that game plays the winner of Wittenwood's LaSalle. LaSalle actually the 16 seed. Only 2 wins, one of those over your Colerain Cardinals earlier this season. In fact, the Colerain wins late in the season are probably what put LaSalle into the playoffs in the first place. They only trail 14-6 after 1 quarter to Wittenwoods, but that game is early.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of Wittenwoods games. It's a lot of times they're close early and then they pull away.
So the Colerain Cardinals do take the field. They're here in their white tops with red bottoms. Mason will be in all black with white helmets. As we get set here, 2 minutes from kickoff. I don't know if they'll shorten the clock and go immediately to play. We will do have some cleanup. If you want to reach us in the booth, it's radio at wearecolerain.com or directly in the live feed chat. The Mason Comets won the toss and deferred their choice to the second half, so it will be the Colerain Cardinals to receive the opening kickoff.
Yeah, as we said, Mason Comets, they defeated the Colerain Cardinals earlier in the year, 32-6. But if you remember that game, it was a relatively close game up to 1 point. And then just a multitude of errors and turnovers turned a very close game very quickly to a blowout.
It was a 1 or 2 score game late in the fourth quarter that got out of hand late. But, in fact, that was the first time in school history for the Mason Comets that they defeated the Colerain Cardinals. They didn't do it in the entire existence of their school. They've only played recently, once they joined the GMC a little over a decade ago, so they don't have a storied history, but it is the first time that Mason Comets ever beat Colerain in their history, and they have a chance tonight to do it twice.
Well, and I think, too, this is the first time I've remembered that the Mason Comets have been favored in this game. You look across all the chat rooms there on the internet, not too many people are giving Colerain a chance in this, but, you know, they went through a bus crash to get here. Don't count these Cardinals out.
So one thing that is different, so this is it's one of those Mason teams when you just look at it and like they don't do any one thing well, but they're very well coached, don't make any mistakes, and they really don't give up that many points.
And you look offensively, they've got split backs. Neither one of their backs is, you know, overwhelming, but as you said, they do all the little things right and capitalize on your mistakes.
It's almost you would call a team that it's not Brian Castor, the coach there, is not the same person or run the same style, but it's almost like spec ball back in the day. We're going to score just enough on offense to give our defense who's going to shut you down. And they shut down a very good Princeton offense last week to claim second place in the GMC last week.
They've shut a lot of people out. That's a good defense. Hang your hat. So the referees, instead of just wind the clock, there's 9 seconds left. You can go 9 seconds early. 5, 4. Okay, give them the ball. Let's go.
So Jordan Robinson and Jeremy Cheatham back deep for the Cardinals. Colson Bunch to kick off for the Comets.
Good fall weather. Not too cold, not too windy. Perfect weather for football tonight.
Referee signals ready for play. Kicker gives the signal, and we are away. A low line driver going to take a bounce. Cardinals will let it go all the way to the end zone. Will settle for a touchback. Cardinals will start their opening drive from their own 20-yard line.
Smart play right there. You know, it's an oblong ball. You don't know how it's going to bounce, and he just kicked a line drive, a little squib kick. Couldn't get in front of it. Just let it go, and it rolled into the end zone. Smart play. So Colerain's going to be starting at their own 20-yard line.
Now, one thing that will be different in this matchup than the first time the Comets met the Cardinals, in that game, the Cardinals were still trying to attempt to run their traditional option offense. We have not really seen that in the past couple weeks. They've run strictly from the shotgun. So a new wrinkle, and we also see some defensive-only players lining up on offense for the Cardinals. Shotgun for Jennings. Satterwhite to his right. Snap is back. Handoff. Satterwhite finds a little bit of wiggle room. He's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Yeah, the Mason Comets showing a little blitz there, playing man up on the outside. They blitz to the outside of the right tackle, and they run inside, which leaves a little bit open, and Colerain does well on first down to pick up 4.
Colerain been running strictly from the shotgun for the past few weeks. You don't know, wonder what new wrinkles they've added for the playoffs or have been holding back. Jennings takes the snap, keeps it, trying to find some space. He's got to tuck it inside. Got to cut back. He's still on his feet across the 40. First down, Cardinals.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is the Mason Comets are committing a lot of their linebackers and safety up to the middle of the field, very close to the line of scrimmage, which is leaving the outside receivers one-on-one. And Jennings gets outside, and the receiver takes that one-on-one and makes that block. If Colerain can continue this outside game, it might be there. Because Mason really committed to the middle of the field on defense.
First down, Cardinals. Third play of the drive. Handoff, Satterwhite, and a good fill in the middle. Kai Woofel right there.
Yeah, one of the leading tacklers meets him. About a half a yard loss on that one.
And he had it. Satterwhite had a one-on-one in the hole. You think maybe he can make a little wiggle move, but Woofel just engulfed him.
Oh, he perfect technical tackle. He breaks down, lowers his hips, and just engulfs him.
Cardinals flip the formation. They'll go trips to the left. Satterwhite out wide. Now Hopper back into the backfield as the next to Jennings. Fake snap. Jennings rolls, looking for someone. Nothing there. He's going to tuck it down, keep it, and run out of bounds after a minimal gain.
He might have got 3 on that one.
Nope. No gain.
Okay. Kind of hard to tell with
half yard.
from the angle we're at. But they do that roll out a lot, and they roll away from his arm. Maybe he's more comfortable throwing to his left, rolling out to his left. But
so it'll be 3rd down and 10. They're officially maybe a quarter of a yard on that play. And they'll bring bunch sets. We haven't seen this formation a lot from the Cardinals. Cheatham in motion. Handoff, takes it, jet sweep, cuts it inside, finding some space. And he's cut down, but he'll be just short, about 2 yards from the line to gain.
Interesting where they're at into Comets territory at the 48. They need to get to the 46 for a first down. Colerain Cardinals were thinking about it for a second. They were thinking about it for a second, but nope, they brought the punting unit in. But this Mason defense got to be ready. You've got a baseball player with an arm back there.
We saw a fake punt last 2 weeks ago. Nothing here. Green going to try to pin the Comets deep, and the Cardinals will. They're going to give him forward progress. That's a healthy forward progress. He probably had the 5 or 6. They're going to give him the 7.
Yeah. He catches it about that 7-yard line, but his momentum was taking him back when the defender got him. And you're right, they probably got an extra 1.5 yards. So Mason Comets deep in their own territory, ball spotted at their own 8.
So Cardinals don't get any points, but they have managed to flip the field and pin the Comets deep in their own territory. It'll be Larson Brown, the quarterback for the Comets. Step back, and it's just going to be a handoff. Slicing.
Wow, how did he get through there?
Shelvin Hibbert with the carry.
Not the biggest of running back, and that helps them right there. The Colerain Cardinal defensive line had just engulfed the offensive line, and all of a sudden, small black jersey just emerged from that pile. Give him 6 on that play.
2nd and 4. Deep in their own territory for the Comets. They'll now go under center trips bunch to the left, and then they'll shift formation trip bunch to the right. They'll go right, stretch play. Cardinals make contact in the backfield. Hilbert breaks 1, 2 tackles. Now they're in a foot race to catch him. He's going to be brought down near midfield.
You know, that Colerain Cardinals had him in the backfield, and he just broke 3 or 4 arm tackles right there. A big run all the way out to the 46. So there goes your field position battle.
That's the type of game Mason wants. They're not good. Like you just saw it there. There's a big guy in open space. He's not going to – a big play in open space, and he's just not going to have the explosive athletes to have, 80, 90-yard, 70-yard plays. But they want to control the field and control the tempo of the game. Motion man Comets, handoff again, the inside, bouncing off, still on his feet. And he'll get just short of midfield.
4 yards on that carry. Just a straight dive, follows up the middle. Again, Colerain defensive line is getting penetration. Making initial contact, and the running back is just breaking that initial arm tackle.
Got to think it's the effect of having, 5, 6, sometimes 6 sophomores on the field at the time for the Colerain defense. And in motion, stretch play left, and Nathan Fry makes contact with Nick Sayles in the backfield. But Sailors drags them forward, and he'll get about 3 yards on the carry.
And just nice angle, patient run out there. One of Colerain's best tacklers to get dragged for a couple extra yards. Didn't have a great angle, and really was just more reached out to slow him down. Probably 2 down territory. It's 3rd down and about 3.
It's about the same area that Colerain was forced to make a 4th down decision.
Straight I formation. They're running a fullback. You don't see that too often.
And off in the backfield.
He didn't get it.
And stop for no gain as the sophomore middle linebacker Hayden Danielson with the tackle for no gain.
I got 1 on that play. It's 4th down and 2. Mason, unlike Colerain, has left their offense out there. Colerain's going to bring in a little bit more bulk. Bringing Jameer Carpenter at nose tackle.
Both teams made substitutions.
Taking a long time to get this play in.
Mason twice against Princeton didn't actually run a play. They just tried to draw Princeton off sides in their game last week. 5 on the play clock.
That's all they're doing here.
Nope, they ran a play, but Larson Brown fumbles the snap, and the Cardinals take over near midfield.
Well, how about that? They ran the clock down all the way to 1, looking like they were going to try to draw Colerain defense off sides. They snapped at the last second, and just the timing was off. That was right in the hands of the quarterback. There's nothing wrong with that snap, and he just dropped it. So here, Colerain back about where they punted from. The ball's going to be spotted at the Colerain 42. 6:02 left to play, no score.
And I apologize. I wasn't able to speak for about 3 minutes
we thank you for that.
For about 3 seconds there because I tried to take a drink of my drink with the cap still on. So I just got the spray from the
too much information.
Anyways, first down, Cardinals right at midfield. Jennings takes a little delay. He has nowhere to go, and he'll lose about a yard.
For the Cardinals.
Yeah, he fakes it to the running back up the middle, keeps himself, and looks to follow him, but that play was blown up from the start. But what I am seeing on the outside, I'm seeing wide receivers playing one-on-one with relatively tight coverage. Safeties kind of cheating up to help the run. This is a good place to take a shot deep. Loses 3 on that play.
Second and 13.
Gets single coverage up top and at bottom.
Jennings takes the snap. They look to throw. He's got his tight end open for maybe 6 yards on the play.
Nah, looks like he got a little bit past the original line of scrimmage.
So about 5-6 yards there.
We haven't called his name much. I can't pronounce it.
Ilya Gregorov with the catch.
The little used tight end with a nice grab.
Yeah.
Looked like he might have had the wide receiver deep, but take what the defense gives you. Makes this 3rd down and about 8.
I think he only had 1 additional catch in the year for about 2 yards. But he's a big body that you're really surprised the Cardinals haven't utilized more this season. So then we'll have to speed up a little bit here, just under 10 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and long. Jennings takes the snap, rolls, looks, steps up. He's going to try to find some space. Cuts back, still on his feet, cuts back again. He's going to
be short.
Close to the first down mark.
This time a little bit farther down. Last time they were. He's stopped about almost 3 yards short. 4th down and 3. They brought the punt team out again.
This time they are in Mason territory. Snap is back. Green will take it and punt it away. Low line driver hopefully takes a Cardinal bounce. It does inside the 10, inside the 5.
Inside the 4.
Inside the 3, inside the 2, and about the 2.5, or excuse me, the 1.5 yard line is where the Mason Comets will take over.
Oh, one of the great perspectives that we have is we're sitting right behind the fans, and we can hear what you don't hear. The same,
or you can hear in some instances.
You might be able to. The same fans that were screaming at the coaching staff to go for that were actually celebrating the great kick to the 1.5. So
go for it! Oh, great punt! Go for it! Great punt! So once again, Mason starts in the shadow of their own end zone. This time inside the 2. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Just make the tackles, Colerain.
And put it at about 3/4 of a yard back even further. What was the 1.5 yard line will now be the 3/4 yard line. False start, half the distance to the goal for the Comets.
Yeah, half the goal from the 1.5.
I did fractions, okay? I went to Colerain. I can do fractions.
You are an engineer.
Not anymore. I just managed. Or the projects they're on. Anyways, still 1st and goal for the Comets. Going to hand the ball off. Going to try to get out of the end zone, and again, the Cardinals were there to make contact, able to fall forward and get to the 4-yard line.
Colerain Cardinal down on the play. That's a body that you don't want to. Got some concern from his. That looks like I believe that's Nathan Fry.
You arrive to the game. You can now save time with King's Toyota. Pick up and go.
So while they attend to the Colerain player, we like to thank you all for listening and a great season. And thanks to the Colerain boosters who make everything what we do makes it possible for us to showcase our student athletes here. So if you could go to wearecolerain.com's page and join the boosters as a private member or as a corporate sponsor. We can't do anything without you, so join the boosters. Great to see Nathan Fry just kind of rolling his arm, running out on his power. For an ex-player who had shoulder problems, that was a stinger.
Yeah, it looks he looks like he was the one who tried to dive in the backfield to make the tackle for his safety and probably just landed funny.
Yeah, you get that open nerve in that shoulder, and it just sends a shock, and you don't want to move. But once that clears up.
2nd and 8 officially from the 3.5, 4-yard line. Brown drops back. He's going to look to pass, and they're just going to go deep over the top. And last minute, Jahivi Jarman knocks it away, and a great play by the sophomore.
What a play on that one. He had his back to the quarterback. He really didn't see the ball. What he does there is read the hands of the wide receiver. Wide receiver's hands go up to catch the ball, and at that time, he just punches his hands. Perfect timing, no contact, incomplete.
Yeah, at the higher levels, you might see it. The wide receiver might be coached to fake that, not put his hands up. But that's how the DBs are coached. You don't slow yourself down by looking back. You're watching the hands to stay with them.
So shotgun formation into his own end zone.
2nd and 8. Or 3rd and 8. Danielson has it in the backfield. Do they have the end zone? No.
The referee are.
Did
you just say what I just thought you said?
Did I have the ball? I thought it was a fumble. What did you?
The fans didn't like it.
Loose. They're going to put it in the shadow of the end zone. Now, I would argue a safety is just like a touchdown going the other way. You have to have the complete ball out of the end zone, just like you just have to have a little piece in the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, what make this is a very short field for the punter to get this loose, and Colerain's going to set up to return this at their own 40.
Kick is up and just away. It's not a very good one. Cheatham going to catch it at his own 38-yard line.
He's got some space.
Got some space down the sidelines, cuts it up, and he's inside to the 20-yard line on Mason. Well, the Cardinals will take over with great field position.
Yeah, Colerain, really a field position. Green so far, your punter, your star of the game. Colerain defense comes up strong right there. Colerain's going to start at their own, at the Mason 20-yard line.
Yeah, as I just said, not 6 seconds ago, that is correct.
Yeah, at the huddle from my angle, the players are standing on the yard marker.
Well, you should just listen to me.
I never listen to you.
So 1st down, Colerain. 2:20 remains in the first quarter. Still no score. Jennings with Satterwhite to his left. Takes it, fakes it, keeps it, and he'll lose 5 yards.
Looked like he mishandled there in the mesh and kind of ball came loose.
Malachi Reed with the tackle.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see just a quick out pass. Your slot receiver is being covered by an outside linebacker who's playing way off the ball. Get your athletes in space. You know, it's a long handoff. You just got to turn and hit him real quick.
Jennings takes it. He'll throw it. I don't know if that'll count as a throw or not, but Satterwhite takes the catch and has nowhere to run.
Yeah. Good contained by the Mason Comets. Almost would have liked to see him try to beat him to the around the corner right there. But defensive back stayed home. So,
well, I think that was you got no block. That play got out so quickly because he threw it rather than pitching the option. That there was no blocking on the second level. Let the linebackers get there right away to clean it up. So 3rd and 16. So they'll give him 3rd and 17 from this 27.
Play clock can run down to 2. They're going to call a timeout.
The Cardinals' first timeout with 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score is still Mason 0, Colerain 0.
I tell you, we got a late start, but I think with this pace, we're going to catch up to these other games.
You probably won't.
It was a slight
Again, you can
exaggeration.
reach us in the booth at radiowearecolerain.com or directly in the chat. As always, we would like to thank Lenny Lopez for listening in from sunny Corona, California.
What do you think the most popular beer at Lenny Lopez's city is?
I don't know.
Lenny sent us a message.
Couple score updates. St. Xavier leads Fairfield 17-14 and a half. Spring Barrel 35, Oak Hill 7. Centerville over Northmont 6-0. 13-0. So 3rd and 16 for the Cardinals, which you got to think where this ball is, though. You're playing for 2 downs for the first down.
Yeah, this is probably a little too far for a field goal.
Jennings takes it. He's just going to keep it left. Try to find some space, tucks in, gets it to the original line of scrimmage, and picks up about 3 more.
Interesting what they'll do here. This might be close enough for a field goal, but
and it will be.
Down to the common 18-yard line.
So we'll see.
4th down and 8.
Cardinals line up. Luke McAfee will line up for a 35-yard field goal attempt.
Luke McAfee to attempt a 35-yard field goal.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is going to be short. It was on target.
About 3 or 4 yards short, but in high school football, if it gets to the end zone, it's like a punt, so that's going to Mason Comets dodge a bullet right there, but they're going to be starting at their own 20.
So about a net of -1, -2 yards, because -2 yards there. The Cardinals did have it at the Comet 18. Comets will take over at their own 20.
I just said that.
Still no score.
Comets will take over 1st down and 10 from their 20-yard line.
Mason Comets, they're going to go out of the shotgun formation this time.
Larson Brown with Hibbert to his left. Takes it, looks, throws, left, rolls right, finds his man in the flat. 1st down to Braden Greer.
Are they going to give him the 1st down?
He needed the 30, he got the 30.
They haven't got okay, now we get this signal.
Braden Greer.
If they didn't give it to him, they're really not good.
Comet 1st down and 10.
I thought they had it from this angle, but the referee didn't call for the chain gang right away.
I mean, it doesn't get easier if the play starts in the 20.
And he got to the
1st and
30,
10,
exactly.
Yeah. No need for a measurement. It's on the field. Brown takes it, hands it to Hibbert. He's hit in the backfield and loses 2.
Great penetration up the middle and a good play from the outside. They kind of meet at the ball. That's Cooper Krieg.
Krieg has
makes a stop on
been in the rotation as that will be the final play of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here at Mason High School, it's the Comets nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Cooper Krieg has been one of those 2 sophomores rotate. Well, Cooper Krieg's been rotating with 2 sophomores there at an outside linebacker, and at times he's looked really good, but he's still a sophomore, and at times he's kind of lost himself. You know, giving up contain and just making mistakes that a sophomore might expect. But he made the play there for the short loss. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to officially mark him just a 1-yard loss. So 2nd and 11, Comets from their own 29.
Comets rely a lot on that run and ball control, but they can't throw the ball. Larson's thrown for almost 800 yards and 4 touchdowns. They'll mix the pass in a little bit.
You might say almost 800 yards, but 800 yards passing in a GMC is a lot of passing yards. But it's not a position they want to be in to throw the ball out. So, ace formation, 2 tights for the Comets. They come out here to start the 2nd quarter. Play action, looking deep. He's got a man open underneath, and he dropped it.
I tell you what, he almost turned and what they call made a football move. But there was a big hit from the safety came up, and the wide receiver's a little slow getting up. Did you get a number on that train?
21, right? Nope, that was Corey Myrick with the number 2. Knocking away. Yeah, there's a question there where if that's a fumble or an incompletion.
I mean, that's what I said, because he turned and caught the ball and hit Myrick, face to face. Oh, you gotta love parents. I'm not sure if the outside mic heard that. They're calling, I know Mason has one of the nicest scoreboards, and they show a lot of video up there, but replay is not allowed.
No, they do have replay.
Yeah, but it doesn't. The referees can't affect a call.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to. Well, I think they want to see the big hit again. I don't think they want a replay to change the outcome.
Oh, so they're calling for a replay, not for the officials, but for their
big hit.
The receive. Oh, okay, I get it. Well, it's got to bring up 3rd down.
And 11, not the situation a known passing down that the Comets want to be in.
This is Nathan Fry territory.
Again, Comets come out. This time they shift from the heavy trips to the left to trips to the right.
Colerain showing blitz.
And it's going to get free. And they just get the screen off, and Stanley West is there.
I tell you, big hit on the quarterback. He does get that screen off, but Stanley West reads the screen, and they're going to lose 5, 6, 7 yards on that play. 8 yards on that play.
Larson Brown did everything he could just to get the pass off, and you think that's going to be a big play. Screen is open on the blitz, but Stanley West stays home and makes the tackle. Kuchenberg punts, not a very good one. Cheatham lets it take a bounce, gets it on the run, and very close to midfield. Also very close to a potential late hit. Just get him out of the crowd. He's clean. All right.
That Mason sideline's kind of hard to read. The coach's box and the player's box is a black turf, and they're wearing the black uniforms.
It's just all a black blur.
Yeah.
So Cardinals will have it close to midfield. Not quite as good a field position as they had the last time.
And that light directly behind the bench, the shadows carry onto the field.
And for you, it's even easier. For me, it's even more difficult. I'm looking through a dirty window.
I'm old and have glasses.
2 dirty windows because we have one open so the camera can see out clearly.
So Colerain's going to start the ball on their own 47, 1st down, back to the shotgun formation.
11-17 to play in the first half. Jennings takes it, keeps it, makes one man miss in the backfield, still on his feet to midfield. Pyle pushes forward, still pushing forward, and he's going to fall for 6.
Well, they blew the whistle, and he fell forward another 1.5 yards after the whistle was blown. So he's not going to get to where he actually hit the turf. They're going to bring that back and only give him about 6 yards on that carry.
So 2nd down and 4, Cardinals in Comet territory.
Still single coverage on your wide receivers. Lots of speed out here for the Colerain Cardinals.
Jennings just going to tuck and keep it. Cuts inside, still on his feet. Has enough for a 1st down. The thing about spreading that guy out wide in single coverage, though, that means there's no one over there to occupy that space, and Jennings takes advantage.
As I said, the Comets are really taking the middle of the field away. They got a linebacker out there just one-on-one, and he overplayed the outside, and you got one-on-one with an athlete like Jennings, and he beat him on that play. So 1st down.
At the Comet 39-yard line. Little confusion with the play. Cardinals get it in set. And
I believe one of the they go on a silent count after the clap. It looked like both teams are pointing the direction. It might have been the Colerain guard on that.
Yeah, but indication from the referee is false start on the Cardinals.
Yeah, the defender did move but did not cross into the neutral zone. The Colerain guard reacted to the defensive line.
So I wonder if you keep the same play or shuffle it up here after the penalty. Jennings takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Deshaun Hopper maybe got the penalty. It's just short of the original line of scrimmage.
Deshaun Hopper, the ball carrier for the Cardinals.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 42. They got to get to the 29.
And that's not a terrible play call. You'd rather have it on 1st and 10 rather than 1st and 15.
Second down and 13.
Just to keep the defense honest and respecting the inside handoff.
Yeah, that clock is still running. 9:15 left to play till halftime.
You
no
were
score.
worried about the clock at 9 minutes left?
I'm not worrying. I'm just pointing it out because our fans at home can't see it.
Trips to the right. Jennings, second and long. Takes the snap, rolls right. Tucks, runs, cuts it underneath, and gets about a half yard.
Yeah, nice play. He rolled to the right side, and he was looking to throw it, but he decided real quickly to run it. When he tucked up, that backside pursuit was there.
Again, it's that second level that gets there, and I think that time Jennings thought he saw a gap, and the Comets closed it.
Yeah, the gap was there, but when he cut back to that trailing backside.
So third down and just about 10.5 yards for the Cardinals. Greg Williams checks in at running back for the Cardinals. 6 seconds. They got to get this play off pretty quickly here. Jennings takes the snaps, looks left, looking to run. Steps back. He's got no one on the right side of the field, running away.
Don't run out of bounds.
Where's the ball going to be caught? The 30-yard line he needed.
You got to know where the line to get. You needed the 29. You stepped out of bounds at the 30. It's a great play.
Cardinals will be a yard short, but they will send the big package, and this time they're going for it on fourth down.
Yard and a half. Bringing a couple of the defensive linemen as lead blockers. Jennings could have got that if he knew where he was going.
Jennings gotta have to move quickly here.
They recognize the clock.
Timeout Cardinals. Play clock was running down.
Colerain.
Coach Cutright not happy with the decision. Not the decision to go for it, the decision that it took so long to get that play out there.
Yeah, they looked like they sent the personnel in right away, but just didn't get the play called that quickly.
You also had Jennings trying to find out what he ran all the way to the far sideline to the Mason bench, running through the Mason bench, so he has to get through that Mason bench, back on the field, then see it. But
well, and to get back on him stepping out of bounds, you can't fault him too much. He's running on the opposite side of where the flags. He cannot. There's not a chains over there, so I'm not saying that he did anything wrong there, other than not knowing where to get.
That's where you do the old Kenny Pickett fake slide and then keep going. But
so the offense is staying out there. They're leaving the tank package in. Have we ever figured out what they actually call that?
Not anymore. I assume it's tank because that's Coach Cook is still the offensive line, one of the offensive line coach, and that's what we called it back in the day.
So a couple of defensive linemen in there for extra blockers. Need a yard and a half on this play.
Jennings. And
they ran a false motion, and one of the Colerain offensive linemen did not hold his water, and it's going to be offsides, and a 4th down and 1.5 is now a 4th down and 6, and you're out of field goal range.
Offense is still on the field, though. What are they doing?
Yeah, I think this is
actually. You know what they're doing? They're taking the delay a game to punt it. Or, nope, they're sending their regular offense onto the field.
The play clock has not started yet. There it goes.
Yep, Cardinals just rotate, put their regular offense in, so they're going to go for it here. 4th and about 6. Need the 29. Jennings takes it, rolls left. Still looking. Scott Cheatham, first down, Cardinals, breaks the tackle, down the 11.
A great little scramble play right there. They just waited for the linebacker to come up to stop the run and dropped it behind the linebacker in front of the safety. Cheatham just finds a little empty space. First down for the Colerain Cardinals is in just outside the 10. The ball spotted at the 12.
Cardinals can get a first down. He just waited for everyone to kind of stop, and he just kind of faded away from the pack on that flood pattern. Cardinals set up. Jennings takes it, keeps it, and he'll get to about a yard on the play.
Nothing fancy there. That was just a quarterback dive. Well played by the defensive line and linebackers for the Mason Comets.
Second down and 9.
2nd and 9 from the 11.
The Colerain, not a lot of success up the middle. Most of the success from all their plays are from the outside.
Cardinals get to play from the sidelines. Check
I
their
almost like to see it. How about a Saturday white jet sweep here?
Well, Cheatham's the one who runs the jet sweeps, but yes. Jennings takes it, hands it off up the middle. Hopper nearly slid through. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10 to about the 8.
So what I like to see right there, Hopper. It didn't start the year as a running back, but both hands on the ball right there as he goes into traffic. Runs into his own offensive lineman, but keeps his legs churning.
Third down and 7.
3rd and a long 6. Nope, 7. Ball on the 9, not the 8. They need the 2-yard line for a first down. 10 on the play clock. Jennings takes it, fakes the roll left. He's going to tuck it back. And is he in? He's in! Touchdown! Cardinals!
Cardinals set everybody right, go motion right, but this is a quarterback cutback, almost a quarterback counter we used to see with Dominic Goodman. Great seal block by the tight end, the left tackle right there. And right there, from that point on, it was just sheer guts and determination because he's hit at the 3-yard line, pushes through the defender into the end zone. Colerain on the board first.
So McAfee sets up for the first extra point attempt of the evening. Fry snap is back. Green hold is down. Kick is up and good. And with 6:07 to play in the first half, it's the Colerain Cardinals 7. The Mason Comets 0.
I told you it was a weird atmosphere with a late start and everything going on, but the electricity has been turned on here at Atrium Stadium. Colerain Cardinals strike first. And really, no really significant plays other than the one pass and one big run by the Mason Comets as Colerain defense up to the task so far. Lots of football left to play.
This portion of tonight's contest is brought to you by Foreign Exchange, your premier European and import automotive specialist. Foreign Exchange is proud to sponsor Comet Athletics. For all your vehicle service and repair needs, visit us at
Also listening in is
foreignexchange.com.
Lucille Wyatt, who was going to stay up and wait to have s'mores after the game with her G-Paw. But unfortunately, I think by the time, with the delay and the time this one ends, I think little lady will be in bed.
Wow. You try not to make the game too personal, but, go to bed, grandbaby.
Will Shuddy, the kick for the
Shuddy
Cardinals.
sets the kick off. Kick is away. It's a squib kick. Fielded by the up man after a bounce. He's going to be hit right away, short of the 30-yard line, and that's where the Comets take over.
Clemens returns the kickoff for the Comets.
Ryan Clemens takes it, the up man, to the 29-yard line.
Take over, first down and 10.
So with 6:03 to play in the first half, Comets, for the first time tonight, trail the Cardinals.
Now, have they crossed the 50 yet?
Yes.
Did they on that one drive after that long pass? Yes.
It was a long run, not a long pass, but yes. Larson Brown from the gun. Looking to pass here on first down. He's under pressure, and he's brought down immediately by Nathan Fry.
Nathan Fry, number 63, 11. I don't know.
He's wearing 11 tonight.
Doesn't matter what number he's wearing. Everybody knows who he is. Nathan Fry makes a big play, a big sack. He's going to lose almost 15 yards on that play.
Loss of 12. Started at the 29. Now, no, it's lost 10. We can't do math.
Mason Comets try
11?
to catch
Where is
Colerain
that
off
ball
guard here.
placed?
They went shotgun 4 wide, and Colerain didn't really bring a linebacker. It was just 4 guys rushing. He gets to him, and here we go again, back to the shotgun formation.
Brown looks. He's going to be a quick screen set up left. He's going to go back right. The ball is bobbled and dropped, but it looked like Stanley West was there to make a play again.
I don't know if that was as much bobbled. I think that hit the back of the helmet of one of the blocking offensive linemen. Either way, it's an incomplete pass.
Yep, that's what it was. It did. I can see the replay on the Comets scoreboard. It did hit the back of the head.
So Colerain, they going taking out one of the defensive linemen. They put an extra defensive back, going with a little bit more speed and watching for the pass.
Larson Brown sends a man in motion. And they will just hand off. Safe little draw play. Cardinals sniff it out. Minimal gain. It'll be 4th down for the Comets.
Yeah, they just got it out to the 20. They're going to turn the ball over. 5 minutes left till halftime. Colerain's going to get the ball back. The dangerous Cheatham is going to be he's due for one.
Did have one earlier this season. Had another one called back.
He's going to set up at about his own 40.
Krukenberg is a linebacker playing punter, so it's a kind of a hit or miss from him. Snap is back. Kick is just away, and again, just got it. Cardinals do a good job. Donovan Dillingham went from blocking to full sprint to get away from the bouncing ball. It's going to take a Comet bounce. They'll down it at the Cardinal 31.
Yeah, rugby-style kick. Does a great job. We've seen that. There's really nothing you can do. He kicks it away, a line shot away from the return man, and just got a great bounce.
The interesting thing, though, do you see Dillingham? He's blocking his guy, not looking back, and they must have said Peter, which is the code word to get away from the ball. And all of a sudden he went from maintaining blocking position to full sprint away.
That ball was Jason right on his heels. So Colerain's going to take over at their own 31, 4:29 left to play. They did burn up 2 timeouts early.
A little concerning, not too concerning, but the center. Why was the center not out there with the rest of the offense? What happened there? 10 on the play clock. Jennings takes it, hands it off up the middle. Hopper slicing through, gets about 5 on the carry.
Yeah, initially stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not a big guy, but had just enough of a crease from his offensive line. You got to give him almost 4 on that play.
Second down.
I still like this single coverage matchup down here on the bottom.
Against the guy that averages 30 yards a catch? Probably. Jennings takes it. Quarterback counter to the left, steps back right, stays on his feet, and he gets about a yard. It wouldn't be a Colerain game without some fan yelling, throw the ball.
Well, when you run so much out of the shotgun formation, was traditionally a passing style of offense. But Colerain does what Colerain does. Struggled this year offensively, but kind of found a little bit of a spark towards the end of this last couple games.
3rd and 5, Cardinals need the 41. Jennings keeps it, sprint option, kicks out. Williams lost the ball, it's on the floor, but they will call it a forward pass.
Yeah, he was behind the line of scrimmage, but in front of the quarterback. So that little shuffle pass is an incomplete pass, luckily.
Which is a very lucky play.
That's just a terrible design. He keeps that and he's tackled. He pitches that and he's tackled. It's just not well disguised. So Brendan Green, who's been kind of an unsung hero from the punter's perspective.
pinned the Mason Comets twice inside their own 10-yard line. It'll take a monster punt for that to happen here. We'll get a decent punt off. Take a Cardinal bounce and keep rolling, 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 and that's where the Comets will take over at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, Green does his job. No return on that. So the Comets going to take over. 2:56 left till halftime. They have all 3 of their timeouts left. Really haven't had much success throwing the ball or running the balls, but have shown they can be dangerous. One big
run play from inside their own 10. They got caught at midfield, and then kind of one pass play that went for about 10 yards. But
they've tried the screen game, but Colerain has read it each time.
Artson Brown. Quick pass out, rolls to his left, still trying to scramble, sets, fires, incomplete.
Yeah, Nathan Fry hits him as he throws the ball, but kind of rolled out, and there was nobody there, so scramble drill. Wide receiver comes back towards the quarterback, but ball thrown just a little bit short.
And we see it a little bit here from the Comets here where the quarterback will take one step to his one side and then roll to the other, trying to get the defense to flow one way, then catch him off guard. But Cardinals just kind of sit on it, and if he was looking to pass, Dillingham does a good job of the bump coverage, didn't let his man get off the line of scrimmage. Scramble drill leads to an incompletion. Fake handoff, Brown back to pass. He looks for his tight end underneath, and it'll be close to a first down.
Brown's pass is complete.
Quinn Brown with the catch. Just hit the shallow crosser.
Yeah, had a little bit of time right there, clear out right by the wide receiver. Tight end tucks in underneath.
2:41 on the clock. And
clock starts once the chains are set.
Chains are set, so it's running. They have all 3 timeouts, so they're not in that immediate need of a rush. They probably need to get into Cardinal territory before they start doing that. Brown back. Cardinals steps up under pressure. He's going to hit a crosser who's undercut.
I'll tell you what, the quarterback takes a big hit. The wide receiver take a big hit. But there are 2 flags on the play, and they both might be against Colerain. If he calls that a defenseless receiver, that's not a good call. He made contact when the wide receiver and knocked the ball out of the receiver's hand. They might be calling a roughing the quarterback. That was kind of bang bang. I'd accept that one, but if they call something on the
yeah, but roughing the passer on the Cardinals. So 2:14 still on the clock. He'll be a 15-yard penalty, which will move the ball
50-yard line,
right, or might be right over midfield, or nope, right at midfield,
which is the 50. That's what I said. Colerain fans don't like that call, but that was bang bang on the roughing the passer.
Yep. First down for the Comets.
2:14, clock stopped, 3 timeouts left.
Cardinals show blitz, then back off, hand up to Sailors. He's got some space, but Danielson there tackles him after a gain of 7.
Nathan Fry was closing in the backside, almost got him in the backfield, but that continues to clock running.
I think that's kind of the way that makes Comets block. They kind of want that guy to go around, so he's going to chase backside and not be there.
Yeah, the backside goes unblocked, and Colerain's had some quick guys on the outside that can make that. Nathan Fry just nipping at his heels.
Not a lot of tempo here for the Comets. 1:40 to go. Man in motion. Artson Brown looking to pass. Seam under the middle, and Corey Myrick knocks it away.
That's a couple big hits by Myrick, and I'm not sure if that's the same. I believe that's the same wide receiver he hit earlier. And what I like, he goes, nope, that's the different one. That's
Quentin Kalen.
Yeah, 2-on-2 right there. Myrick does his job. They found the crosser right there, right behind the linebackers, but Myrick delivers the lick and knocks the ball out of his hand. So that'll stop the clock. 1:28, third down. They need to get just right about the 40-yard line.
So 3rd and 4 for the Comets. They still hold all 3 timeouts, so won't be afraid to find the middle of the field. Brown with trips to his left. Looks to pass, sets up screen again. It looks like under pressure and throws it away.
Not a wide receiver in the area.
He's outside the pocket. Outside the pocket.
So that'll bring up 4th down. Clock stops at 1:22 left to play.
Here's an interesting dilemma. I mean, the Cardinals, the Comets will send a punt team out there. Cardinals haven't done much to say that they can score on a long, sustained drive. But
well, and this is a good kind of strange spot for actually a fake kick.
The Cardinals are anticipating it. That's still the regular defense out on the field.
Yeah, and nobody back to return the kick.
Unfortunately, the Cardinals didn't rush more because that was a very poor snap.
Which turned into a kind of a bad kick, but falls dead just outside the 20. Let's mark it at the 21. 1:13 left to play. Colerain Cardinals leading 7-0.
Let's reverse this, though. So the Cardinals are deep in their own territory. Comets still have all 3 timeouts. So you can't just take a knee here and go to half, because then the Comets will force you.
You throw deep, shock the world.
Force you to punt deep in your own end. And still have time on the clock. No timeouts, but time on the clock. So Cardinals need at least a 1st down here to get to half.
Jordan Robinson one-on-one, streaking down the side.
I understand the thought process. Cardinals might have to call their last timeout. Yep, they'll call their last timeout at half. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, they had trouble getting the right personnel in there.
Well, there was some confusion from Ilya Gogorov. He wasn't sure if he was in or not, because Corey Myrick has been substituting spot on offense sometimes here. Yeah. The Cardinals used their last timeout.
Yeah, and it's one of those, I know Myrick's more of a threat, and maybe they've got certain plays set up for him in the passing situation like that.
So, again, 1:13 to play. Cardinals are out of timeouts at their own 21. They lead 7-0 over the Comets. And, again, I get that you want that big pass, but I think the 1st down is the most important thing in keeping the clock rolling, because you don't want to be punting from your own end. And
I wouldn't mind it just one shot at it on 1st down.
But then you keep the Comets with a timeout in their pocket. So, I mean, it's at least on 1st down, I'm trying to keep that clock moving. Make Mason make a decision on what they want to do here. Trips to his left. Jennings hands off Hopper, and no gain.
Yeah, Mason had kind of they had single coverage on the outside. That time they rolled the safety
this
over.
This is why you run it, because now Mason has showed their hand. They're not going to call time. Cardinals can run this clock down.
Down to 45 seconds left to play. Mason is going to sit on all their timeouts.
They're going to sit on all their timeouts. And that's the thing. Your timeouts don't matter in the 1st half. Use them when you have them. Jennings is going to snap it. Takes it, keeps it. And now they call timeout.
They lost it with over 30 seconds.
And here's the thing. He thinks he's made a gain by having 2 timeouts, but he lost 45 seconds on the clock. Those seconds don't come back. And you can't call timeout with no time on the clock.
So he's going to be able to call one here stop it, and then force Colerain to kick if they stop him.
And if you punt, right? You punt. That's going to put you run a play and a punt. You're under 20 seconds when you get the ball back, right? You don't have time to run many plays except a Hail Mary. But if you stop the Cardinals 3 and out and get the ball back, you have no timeouts, but you have over a minute on the clock.
Time is more important.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those 40 seconds are 5 to 6 plays.
So we'll see what Colerain does here. A 3rd down and 9.
You have 2 options. You force the Comets to use their 2nd timeout, or you just send 3 and 4 on streaks and whatever one Jennings throws it up to. And then everyone else plays defense and makes sure that they don't return the interception for a touchdown.
Yeah, they rolled a safety over to kind of look at this deep pass.
Cardinals are just going to hand it off to Hopper. He is going to get a first down.
But there are multiple flags on the play.
But if you're the Cardinals,
but it's fine. You rerun this play, you've just taken 7 more seconds off the game.
34-yard line.
So it might be a spot foul, and Colerain is going to not have the first down, but they're going to get a chance to run another play and more time off the clock.
Jennings just ingratiated himself with the referee by handing him his
Hanky.
flag so he didn't have to bend over.
So it is going to be called holding on Colerain. It's going to take it all the way back to the 12-yard line, but most important, clock down to 23 seconds. Mason does not have to. Does the clock restart?
The clock is stopped now.
It stops for the penalty.
Stops for the penalty. But again, now the Cardinals can run 6-7 more seconds off the clock. So 3rd and 19 at their own 12. 23 seconds on the clock. Jennings fakes the snap. He misplay. Keeps it, holds on, runs the clock. And again, 5-6 seconds come off.
I tell you what, you're always speculative of other teams. You criticize officials. That was a quick trigger finger on that clock.
Yeah. It was a quarterback keeper, so it wasn't.
But I was watching the whistle, watching the clock right there. But the official time is taken on the field.
So gain about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 4th and long for the Cardinals at their own 14. 18 seconds on the clock.
For the Cardinals.
Now, the one thing we don't have in this equation, now the Comets will have one timeout, is we don't know what Colson Bunch's range is.
Well, he squibbed every kickoff, so that tells me
he's only had one kickoff. He has a long of 43 on the year.
Green's going to set up in his own end zone. And what we said, bad snaps all year. You've got a 6'8" punter. Does a great job back there.
Snap is back. Kick is away. And it is
not going to be
away
returned
from the returner. He's going to take it on the bounce. Try to find some space. Cardinals swarming.
Clock.
And the Mason Comets will have.
Wow, what a
that was a long second for that fight. Now, granted, there's tenths of a second you can't see on that scoreboard.
That was. He kicked that with 8. That was whatever.
It was a very fast trigger on that one. It doesn't matter. Just 5 seconds for the Comets. So that timeout they got to keep because they
doesn't matter. You only got time for one play.
You only get one play here.
So Colerain's going to sit deep. Really no success really throwing it deep. They've gone to that screen game a lot, but when you're looking for it and you're not bringing a blitz, Colerain's going to sit with an extra defensive back there.
Cardinals get to Brown. He's going to launch. And knocked away. So we will go to half. The number 12 seeded Colerain Cardinals on top of the 5th seeded Mason Comets here at Common Field. It's the Colerain Cardinals 7, the Comets 0 at halftime. We'll try to get you all the scores and stats we can from the first half. We'll be back with about 3 minutes on the clock here at Mason. Again, Cardinals 7, Comets 0. And we are back here as we get set for the second half. The Cardinals lead the Comets 7-0. We have no access that we can find to the stats from the first half other than the Cardinals lead 7-0 on a Zay Jennings touchdown run. We do have some scores, and as we were on an hour delay for the start, most of those games are either in the third quarter or over. So, we'll get some updates here for you. Moeller 30, Hamilton 7 to start the fourth quarter. St. X, Fairfield are going back and forth. Last check, St. X 35, Fairfield 28. The winner of tonight's matchup between the Comets and Cardinals plays the winner, who we don't officially know, but we know Springboro leads Oak Hills 42-10. With the running clock, that game should be over here shortly. So the winner of this game will most definitely be heading to Springboro next week to take on the Panthers. Elder 49, Middletown 7, Milford 56, West High 8. Lakota West 43, Lebanon 0, Princeton 29, West Claremont 6. So a lot of lopsided scores, but that ex-Fairfield game going back and forth.
Well, top seed's pretty much favored in all these games, and that's an 8-9, so that's the one that's expected to be close.
And the other 7-10, West High is probably unfairly to them. They play 3, 4, and 5 division-sized schools, and just by the nature of that school, they shouldn't be Division I. They're unfairly, I think, they're to their detriment bumped up when there's really not a student body to support them, but they're doing their best and they're participating. This is the first year in a while that they actually have participated in the playoffs.
Well, you've got the numbers as far as students there, but you said the participation.
Yeah, but they have a lot of
participation to the athletes.
I'm not sure the proper term, but they have a lot of
students, we'll call them.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of online and ones that require special teachers and stuff like that. Division II, Winton Woods leads LaSalle 35-6 at half. Northwest defeated Ross in the regular season. Ross has turned it around, did something, because they were up at Northwest 34-0 at Northwest. And Anderson, a 13 seed on top of a 4 seed, 44-0. So he gets set. Will Schutte to kick off for the Cardinals as we get set here for the second half of action. Kick is low. Squibber takes a bounce, takes a funky hop, picked up inside the 10 by the Comets. They will get it out to about the 25 and take over deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they did a great job of covering that. Really, it was a squib kick, and one of the front men actually just kind of touched the ball, so it was a live ball. The deep man had to pick it up and go with it, but not great field position, but good field position at their own 25. This Colerain defense is really up to task so far, really holding this Comet offense down. See if we can keep it up. 1 half left to play.
Brown sends a man in motion. Starting with the pass, Brown unloads. He's got a man in a soft spot of the zone, and the Comets having it across midfield.
They've had some success finding wide receiver right there behind the linebackers in front of the safety if given time. The safety has come up a couple times and knocked that one loose. This route was a little bit shorter. A big gain out to the 47-yard line of the Colerain Cardinals.
Greer, the leading receiver for the Comets on the season. Lots of motion. Handoff up the middle. Sailors gets behind, stays on his feet, gets just back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little more.
Yeah, all that motion for just a straight dive up the middle. Stanley West makes the tackle for the Colerain Cardinals. Looking to give them a yard and a half, maybe.
That's maybe a yard.
Second down and 9 for the Comets.
We'll call it a yard.
Well, the voice from above called it a yard. If you can hear, we're right below the speaker for the PA.
So Larson Brown, 2nd and 9. Comets, big play to start the half. We're going to pass away. Tried to knock it away. Good, strong play there by Quentin Kalen, the tight end.
Yeah, the defensive was there. Got one-on-one. Just strong hands. Fought the ball, kept it away from the defensive back. Mason find a little success with the tight end running back right there in the middle of the field. Just quick hits.
Under center goes Brown. Another shift. Stretch play to the left, and Sailors has some room, cuts back. Pick up 5, maybe 6 yards on the play.
Colerain followed that shift with their linebackers, but still a nice contained block out there by the Mason Comets. Allows them to get the corner.
Sailors ball carrier down to the Cardinal 26-yard line.
So down to the Colerain 26-yard line pretty quick. Mason Comets moving the ball.
Yeah, they might have more yards on this drive than maybe close to what they had in the first half. So they're made some good adjustments there in the first half. Or here to start the second half, excuse me. They have something cooking right now. Handoff, Sailors hit, and he's going to be a yard, maybe 2 short of the first down.
Nick Sailors.
Yeah, lots of motion. They brought everybody right there. Tried to cut back away from that motion, but a good job by the Colerain outside linebackers staying home. 3rd down and 1.
So they're at the 24. They need the 23, and you got to think this is probably 2-down territory.
Yeah, they not really a lot of success running straight at the Colerain Cardinals, but that stretch play for a yard has been there.
Stay 2 tights. And quarterback sneak. I think that might be enough.
Brown, keeper.
Yeah, I think one of the most underused plays. They go quick out, and they are going to get the first down to the Colerain 22.
Falling with that pile gets 2 yards where he only needed 1 for the first down. So Mason Comets driving here to start the second half. Have it at the Cardinal 22. Trips formation bunch to the right. Do not motion it. This time he'll drop back to pass. Under pressure, Larson Brown with someone on his arm. Gets it away and knocked away last minute.
I tell you, great pressure. Good job by the quarterback to get it loose, and it was just kind of a 50-50 ball, and it looked like the Mason Comet wide receiver had a better angle on it. He had to lay off. It would have been an incredible catch if he makes that. But a good defensive play knocks that one away.
Sophomore Javi Jarman again gets the play, and it would have been a spectacular catch, but Jarman did the job to make sure that it wasn't even more difficult catch.
Well, and we Mason Comets does the great scoreboard replay. I think even if he holds on to that, he's out of bounds. So 2nd down and 10, ball at the 22. 8:14 left to play in this first quarter. Comets driving.
Still 7-0 Cardinals. And someone forgot to block Nathan Fry, but Sailors blocked it away. Nathan Fry on top. No, it's still loose.
Colerain's ball.
Colerain's got it.
That Myrick finally comes up with the ball. Nathan Fry. Why do you not block number 11 from that defensive line? He's always the man on the spot. Gets loose, gets inside, knocks the ball loose. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how Colerain didn't end up with the initial fumble, but that ball's a little lopsided. Kind of pops out. Colerain makes the big stop. Going to take over with their own first possession of the second half, leading 7-0. Colerain on their own 25.
Cardinal defenses bends and not breaks, and I was just about to say no turnovers there in the first half, and Comets had everything going on their opening drive, but turn it over deep in Cardinal territory.
You and I talked during halftime, just limiting mistakes is kind of the key to this game so far.
Jennings takes it, hands it off to Hopper, and he has nowhere to go.
Deshaun Hopper. The ball carrier is hit by Caden Davey. Loss of 1.
Loss of a yard.
Second down.
Second and 11. 7:44 in the third. Cardinals still lead 7-0.
Again, Colerain, no really success up the middle, but the inside sets up the outside.
Yeah, you can't just you just can't run to the edge every single time. You gotta do something. Trips to the left. Jennings will just tuck it and go. And that's one of those ones he's got to go inside. He kept with his angle to the outside and never cut it up.
He had a yard or two if he continues on that pattern, as you said. He cuts up. This got a little indecisive. Tried to get around that outside guy, but take what the defense gives you. A little too much thinking with the ball in his hands right there, but he's going to.
It was about 2 yards on the play. It was 3rd and 13 from the 22. Trips to his right, rolling. Jennings steps back, looks to throw a screen, and incomplete.
Does a really good job to. He was going to sack for a big loss, and he saw the running back who had leaked out of the backfield. He had no chance of catching that ball, but does a good job to have him in the area, so no grounding on that.
They rolled right and looked like they were trying to set up a tight end screen backside. I don't know if it was there, and that's why he just didn't have time.
Didn't get off the line of scrimmage. The defensive line kind of held him in place and was not able to release. 2
returners back now for the Comets. Kick is up. It's a low line drive, fielded at midfield. Going to get a decent return into Cardinal territory, and the Comets, Krukenberg, will get it inside the 40.
Yeah, Mason Combs going to start with great field position, but Colerain Cardinals that have bend but not break did a good job keeping them off the scoreboard on that first drive, looking to do it again on this second drive.
So even better return than initially thought. He got it all the way to the Cardinal 37. So deep start in Cardinal territory for the Comets.
Yeah, it's the first time Green really didn't get – when you can hear a punt, that makes that sound when it's good. It also makes that sound when it's bad, and that was a thud.
So first down for Larson Brown and the Comet offense. Handoff. Hibbert makes a man miss in the backfield, still on his feet across the 35 to the 33.
I tell you, that's an impressive 4-yard run. Nathan Fry had him pretty much one-on-one in that pocket, and he just kind of little hop step to the left and got around him.
So 2nd and 6, Comets at the Cardinal 33. Go back to the gun. 2 to the right. 1 to the left. Back to the right. Brown fakes the outside pitch. He's going to try to tuck it inside. And there wasn't really a hole, but there was a wedge of blockers to fall behind.
Taylor, the ball carrier for the Comets.
Had an elongated almost quarterback sneak right there. Just quarterback draw.
It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 1. What are you looking at? 3rd down and 2, almost 3.
They need those Lakota West down and distance that just do it automatically with laser measurements. Larson Brown. And the guard jumped a bit early.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to pull that left guard around the lead on that sweep, but his step was a little bit quick.
That's about as close as you can be to, that's as close as the offsides guy could be to being in time, but I mean, just a moment.
They'll give the outside tackles that step backwards on pass protection, but on the running play, that pulling guard's going to, they don't have as much leeway.
He didn't even have time. He jumped so late that he didn't even get his shoulder turned before the ball was snapped. So 3rd and short turns into 3rd and long for the Comets. Larson Brown takes the look. He's going to look right, roll left, try to find something. He's got a man over top.
Picked off!
But it's nearly picked off. Leo
Did he knock it out of his
Hughes
hand?
knocked away.
Oh, the Colerain defensive back was right there waiting on the ball. Was that 21?
It was 8. Leo Hughes, the linebacker, in coverage. Braden Greer turned from wide receiver to defensive back, knocking it away from Hughes from behind.
I tell you, interesting, too, where they're at the 34-yard line needing to get to the 21. They're leaving that offense out there. You're too far for your field goal. You're too close for a punt.
I can't disagree with this.
Unless maybe you're looking for a quick little pooch kick, but play clock under 10 seconds right now.
Brown sends a man in motion. Drops back. He's got a clean pocket, throws deep. And he's got a man for a touchdown.
Wow, the one thing you can't do right there is let a man behind you, and it was a perfectly thrown ball. He just floated it up and he just had a step and a half on the defensive back from Colerain Cardinals and just dropped it dime right in the breadbasket. 420. Extra point pending.
Colson Bunch in for the kick. Snap is back. Kick is good with 4:20 to play in the third. The Comets have tied it up 7 to the Colerain Cardinals. 7. And you can see the replay here from the Comets scoreboard. Send a man in motion. Wheel route with the safety one-on-one. And he just a perfect throw by Larson Brown.
And you know what? And for a defensive back, that wheel route, we've seen it
man to man.
Man to man. He's already in motion. You're almost stagnant with your feet.
And that was a spectacular throw by
Perfectly
Brown.
thrown ball.
So 2 possessions, 1 turnover, and a touchdown to tie it. The Comets have evened it up here in the third.
Colson Bunch set to kick off for the Comets. Jeremy Cheatham deep for the Cardinals.
Cheatham back deep.
So we've seen a squib kick from this Mason Comet kicker. Kind of in the middle of the field, Colerain almost inviting that squib kick to go right down the center of the field. And he's going deep. Cheatham's going to not have a chance to return it.
That ball almost stopped perfectly.
That ball hit the half-yard line, bounced 3 times.
Here again, though.
And only
that's
another
on your
18
special
inches.
teams coaching. If Cheatham is in the end zone and he touches the ball, it's a touchback. He shouldn't be watching it get in there. He should have his. It's just like when you receive it on the sidelines. If you're out of bounds and touch it, then it's a kick out of bounds. It doesn't matter where the ball is.
Yeah, as long as his feet, he could reach out to the 3-yard line if he can't get the ball, as long as he's in the end zone.
Mason Athletics.
Cardinals take over at their own 20. Everyone else is pretty much done.
Well, we got an hour late start.
So, yeah. So as we start a little past halfway here in the third quarter, the winner of this game will go to Springboro next week. So they defeated the Highlanders. Jennings, handoff, Hopper trying to find some space. Gets a little bit across the 20, stays on his feet. About 2, maybe 3 on the carry.
Hey, good block on the outside.
Gorgorov.
Number 3.
Jordan Robinson.
Did a good job sustaining his block without getting the holding.
Moeller wins, Springboro wins, Elder wins, Milford wins, Lakota West wins, Princeton wins. The only game that's not final is St. X. So second down. Jennings looks to throw, scramble, got his tight end again. Grigorov catches it, still on his feet, across the 25 to the 26.
Good tackle by the linebacker. I believe that might have been Bates for the Comets. Looked like he had a little bit of space to run with. He does get a few. He's going to pick up a 3rd down and 3.
Cardinals have it at 27. They'll need the 30. The only game that's not final in Region 4 is X Fairfield, but it's getting closer as another touchdown by X. They lead 42-28 over the Indians of Fairfield. 3rd down and 3. Jennings fakes it, handoff, not there initially. He's going to bounce it outside, try to find some space. Still on his feet.
He's going to step out of bounds, yeah, about 2 yards short.
Say he stepped out of bounds. Cardinals probably in a punt situation here.
I believe there's a, is there a flag on the play? I saw Cheatham, no, okay. Cheatham was talking to the referee, pointing towards Mason's side, so maybe he's just asking. So Green's going to come back in. You know, this a tale of two halves. The first half, Colerain Cardinals pretty much spent their entire time down the Mason side. So far, Mason has controlled field position.
This is what the Cardinals did in the first half of the Comets, but they were only able to cash in one time for a touchdown. Comets trying to cash in for a second time this half. Big kick by Green, fumbled, still loose but covered by Krukenberg.
John Krukenberg.
Yeah, Krukenberg just dropped that, just kind of took his eye off a little bit early, but got a fortuitous bounce off the turf. So 2:38 left. We got a time ball game. Mason Common's going to take over at their own 45.
The Cardinals had it 3-4 times in Comet territory. Once at the 20-yard, the start of the drive at the 20-yard lines, came away with no points. Just 7 for the Cardinals in that first half. Comets have answered here in the second, 7-7. Handoff, Hibbert's going to take it at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to fight into Cardinal territory for a first down. And that's one of those where everyone hit. He just kind of waited for the hole to develop. And once he did, there was really no one but the safeties.
Yeah, compactly built. Low to the ground. Kind of wide body. They didn't do there. That was just old school I formation. We're coming straight at you with the fullback.
This is what Mason wants to do. Colerain flipped the script in the first half. They controlled field position, controlled the clock, controlled the pace.
Back to the I formation again.
This is the way the Comets want to play. Handoff up the middle. Hibbert patiently waits, but he won't get much past the original line of scrimmage.
He stopped by Stanley West.
Stanley West on the tackle.
2nd down and 8. Comets.
And Jacob Fitzpatrick also in on that play. They're going to give him 1.5 yards on that.
Thereabouts.
Let's go, D!
Mason really packing in this drive. 2 tight ends. Man in motion. Drop back, play action. Looking deep. Good protection for Brown, and he is just kind of going to throw it deep and throw it away.
Yeah, they did a smart play. Colerain defensive backs saw the pass coming one-on-one, and he only had 2 guys out in the pattern. Both of them covered. Had just enough time to get rid of the ball.
And Lawrence and Brown, there's a reason Mason was maybe not the most spectacular offense, but they've done enough this year to be the second place team in the GMC. They lost to just barely to the number 2 seed in Region 3, the Centerville Elks. They lost 9-6. But Larson Brown is a game manager, and he knows you know what? I'd rather throw it away and not make the big mistake. So Brown, bunch formations. Trying under pressure, throws it up and gets it to Braden Greer, first down.
Yeah, they showed double bunch formation. Colerain comes with the blitz, which leads all your defensive backs one-on-one. Greer just kind of sets up, finds that gap in the middle where the middle linebackers came in from their blitz from.
And that's all Larson Brown, because he's under pressure. He throws that sidearm. He's just throwing to a space that
you know where the blitz is. You throw where the blitz is coming from.
And if it looks like me, is that his wristband, or does he have a cast on his non-throwing arm?
He got banged around early, and I was looking at that early.
Quickly to the line. Bunch set. Again, they use this with motion. Quick snap, and that will, unfortunately for the Cardinals, be a false start and not a fumble. So it looked like everyone moved but the center. And
well, the play clock was running down.
it wasn't. Larson
Brown.
Brown.
2 seconds left.
No, there was 12. There was 12 seconds left. He misread the clock. I was watching it because they hurried to the line for no reason. I don't know why they did that. It's a fumble, so they will have to run. This will be the last, probably the last play in the third quarter. 1st and 15. Brown, handoff inside, and he's tackled in the backfield by Cooper Krieg.
Cooper Krieg, one of the sophomores starting for the Colerain Cardinals, outside linebacker, reads that play perfectly for a loss of the yard.
That will be the last play as the clock ticks down. After 3 quarters of play here at Mason High School, it's the Mason Comets 7, the Colerain Cardinals 7.
Around the area, St. X 42, Fairfield 28 with 6 minutes remaining in the contest.
So it'll be 2nd and 16 for the Comets at the Cardinal 33. So the Cardinals there unable to capitalize on the fumble. Haven't really had a first down here in the second half, and Comets have flipped the script and can maintain the territorial really dominance here in the second half, but still only 1 score on the board. Interesting. I don't know if you round up to down. Right before the quarter, on this side of the field, and they had the ball in the 33. They flipped for the quarter change. Now it's on the 34. Scoreboard just correcting itself there.
Yeah, I would guess because referees are marking the ball. I've learned that the scoreboard can be a yard or 2 off, just like you and I can be a yard or 2 off.
So 2nd down and long for the Comets. Man in motion, drop back. Brown looks to throw. Under pressure.
Sacked.
Greg Williams has him. Brown's going to keep it.
Well, going to be interesting, too. He's sacked, but I believe there's a holding penalty, too. So do you take the outcome out of the play, or do you move them back even farther?
And the other thing is that flag is about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it's about a 13-yard penalty if they take it.
Or is it a 1-yard gain, 3rd down and 14? You make it 2nd down and 23 or 3rd down and...
This is not an easy decision.
No, yeah.
And Cutright is really pushing his limits of when he needs a decision because everyone right now is staring at him, and he will decline. He'll take the down. I've never seen the referees give the coach that long to make the decision. Unfortunately, we do not have Amazon Web Services to tell us the analytics of that decision.
Down to the 30.
But typically, you do want to take the down over the yards. Typically,
but they had gained a yard on that play, so they didn't spot the ball initially in the correct place.
So it'll be 3rd.
So wait, the referees are not going to discuss where the ball was down. They did lose about a yard.
I don't know. I don't think he did. They're going to place the ball back 2 yards and the yard marker back. So
to the 37-yard line.
3rd and 20 for the Comets.
20.
They get half of this. This might be 2-down territory.
Brown looks, shovel pass.
It's a forward pass, incomplete pass.
Forward pass is incomplete.
Now, Brandon, decide this dilemma. Is it a shovel pass or is it a shuffle pass?
It's a shovel.
Okay. I've heard both.
And you'd be incorrect on half of those.
Not saying which half, but here comes the punting
Just
unit.
like it's a hook and ladder, as in a lateral. It's not a hook and ladder.
So the punting unit being to come on. No one deep for the Colerain Cardinals. They're watching for the fake here.
Bad snap on the last one, but the Cardinals didn't really bring pressure. This is a fine snap this time. Krukenberg's going to kick it. Cardinals let it sail. Comets are going to down it inside the 5.
Yeah, good kick. It's been a battle of the punters tonight. Colerain Cardinals in the shadow of their own end zone. It looks like they're going to mark it just inside the 3. Tell you what, fortuitous bounce. That was bouncing towards the end zone and kind of took a hard right at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, well, I think the comments were there to stop it regardless.
Well, they were there, but it could easily have gotten into the 1-2-yard line.
Yeah. Well, so 11:27 to play. Cardinals 7, Comets 7. Cardinals starting at their own 3-yard
And they're starting,
line.
starting at the end zone, and the Mason Comets band has got out of the stands and are standing directly behind the Colerain Cardinals.
Will go under center in their power formation. Hand it off. Greg Williams might have lost a yard. Now,
if the Colerain Cardinals want to get nitpicky, there's not allowed any music
They're not
during
playing
that.
They're not
They're
playing
banging sticks.
they're not playing their instruments.
Sticks are part of the instruments.
Those
I'm
are
just saying. I said if they want to be picky.
Yeah.
But you can't fault them for what they're doing, trying to disrupt the snap and make it tough to hear down there.
11.
Cardinals will stay with that heavy tank package. Motion. Jennings takes, keeps. Did he get it out of the end zone?
It looks like, yeah.
He did.
Yeah, Mason Comets want a safety, but Jennings dancing around. He got out to the half-yard line.
We had this on the other side, and I think it's the same case. I don't think the referee is judging it the right way. I don't think he got out, but they're giving it to him. Just like I don't think Mason got out earlier in the game, and they're giving it to him. So it works itself out. It's 3rd and long from as close as you can be to the end zone. Not a position you want to be when Colerain, this weakness of your defense has been the interior line all year. Handoff, Williams takes it, keeps it. He's going to get out of the end zone shadow. At least gets it out to about the 4, maybe 5-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to make the punt a little bit more manageable. But this might be a detriment to the Colerain Cardinals. You don't have a lot of room to kick. You've got a very long leg, 6'8". It doesn't take him a long time to get it up, but it takes a long time for that leg swing.
So Cardinals will be forced to punt from their own end zone. So again, the Comets winning the battle of field position.
And this time they are going to put 2 returners back, but they're only setting up at their own at the Colerain 30.
Weston Simmons along with Sean Kuckerberg.
Green takes it.
Lead for the Comets.
And he gets off a big kick. And the Cardinals there out of bounds.
Alon Nevis.
They want a late flag, but he's still in bounds when he got pushed. But either way, it was a good kick by Green, but
sets up Mason really deep in Colerain territory.
Still a short field. Comets will take over at the Cardinal 30.
Yeah, a complete opposite of the first half. As I said, Colerain has spent the entire time in Mason territory. This entire half has been spent in Colerain territory.
And importantly for the Cardinals, we see Greg Williams. I mean, he's been playing both ways, so you got to think he's got to get some sort of treatment. He's come out, so you have your leading tackler out of the game for the Colerain Cardinals right now.
Referees are taking a long time to place the ball, and it looks like they're coming over to talk to the coach. Didn't see any flag on the play. But they are going to march the ball back.
We must have been a flag that no one saw, a holding on the Comets. So a little bit of breathing room for the Cardinals. Holding pushes the Comets back to the 45. It's a 15-yard net penalty. So it must have been a spot penalty.
Or it could have been a personal foul on the sidelines. There was a lot of
that's true.
jaw in there for looking for the late hit.
Brown handing off. They get a good block on the edge. That was really good seal there on the side. That was a really well-run stretch play.
We had a good angle to saw that. That whole right side of the offensive line just collapsed. The Colerain defensive line.
You run those stretch plays, and the running back is just going to wait and pick wherever the defensive line or defenders open up, and they were able to get the edge and seal the outside, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, so 8:50 left to play.
And
Flag on the play.
It looks like they're going to call Colerain offsides.
Colerain.
Didn't see anybody flinch. Don't know if he was lined up offsides.
it's interesting that they snap or stop the play, because usually when you get offsides like that, they let the play go out.
Unless he was lined up offsides.
Well, if he's not in an immediate vicinity where he's going to make a sack or something like that, they usually let it go.
So that'll make it first down and 5. The ball's going to be moved to the Colerain 28.
Comets trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. Fake handoff. Brown keeps it, and he'll have enough for the first down.
I was just going to say, I was really kind of surprised that they had a lot of success from that I formation.
Jacob Fitzgerald made the stop, but not before a Comet. First down.
But they pick up the first down with the quarterback draw.
At the Cardinals, 23-yard line.
23-yard line. 8:30 and counting to play. And actually, that's not Larson Brown. It's hard to tell by those numbers, but that's actually the tight end lined up at quarterback.
Kind of a wildcat?
Yeah, it's a wildcat look. He's going to take it again, keep it, and inside the 20, still on his feet. He's going to have a first down, close to the 10-yard line.
I tell you, he's a thickly built. He listed as a tight end. He looks like a fullback back there.
Quentin Kalin.
Danny West made the stop.
They'll have it at the 12-yard line.
So I was just saying that they got away from the power football and the straight eye, but they've stayed with power football. It's just a different formation. So they can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line.
It might not be a cast because the Wildcat quarterback has the same wrappings around his arm. That's why I thought it was still him. Under center now, Larson Brown. Drop back, handoff. And trying to find some space. Hibbert's in for a touchdown.
Yeah, this half has been played so much by this Colerain offense. That right side is just collapsing. Don't know if just the size of this offensive line is just kind of wore out the Colerain Cardinals. But they made that drive look easy, running straight at them. 7:59 left to play.
Like we talked about, flipped the script from the first half. Cardinals only got one score. Couldn't capitalize, and now with the kick is up, it's good. 14 points for the Mason Comets, 7 for the Colerain Cardinals with just under 8 minutes to play in this ball game. And the Cardinals had their chances in the first and didn't only capitalize once. The Comets have had their chances so far here in the second and have capitalized twice. So what do the Cardinals do? They got to get a decent return here, at least get it outside the 20.
Just get your we still have not seen them attempt a deep ball.
Well, I was just about to say, I think it's as good as time as any. They've been bottled up here in the second half. Haven't had a first down.
Really, and since that first scoring drive, has really done nothing offensively.
Wilson Bunch set the kickoff for the Comets. Jordan Robinson along with Jeremy Cheatham.
Just under 8 to play. Comets by 7.
Robinson and Cheatham set up deep for the Colerain Cardinals.
Kick is up.
That's
it will
returnable.
be returned by Robinson. He'll take it just inside his own 10. Try to find some space. Chased by Comets. He's going to get the edge, but run out of space. And he just steps out of bounds. He also didn't know to take a dive there because he got pushed after the whistle and could have got 15. But it's good on him for not accidentally.
Well, he did a good job. He stepped out of bounds, but there was no whistle, so he kept going. So I don't fault the comment for that late little push.
There was a little push after the whistle.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all right.
31-yard line.
So he does get out to the 31. First down for the Colerain Cardinals. Down 14-7. 7:50 left to play. All 3 timeouts left for both teams. Look at Robinson out there on an island, one-on-one.
Handoff Hopper. And the interior of the line just got beat bad on that play. Hopper's going to lose 3 yards. He had nowhere to go as soon as the ball was in his belly.
Makes a stop for the Comets. Loss of 3.
Loss of 3, second and 13. Plenty of time on the play clock for the Cardinals. Jennings looks, throws deep. He's got a floater. And there's the late penalty.
I was about to say, the deep official. The deep official didn't call it right away. The line official called it. But I don't know if you caught that on camera.
I don't know if you caught it on camera. Well played by the referee. Jeremy Cheatham saw the flag, the pass interference penalty, went to give the referee a fist bump, and the referee did the right thing. He just pulled his hand back and said, son, I'm not going to do that.
15-yard penalty.
I don't know if he actually said that.
For a Cardinal, first down and 10.
But a 15-yard penalty.
Here's the thing, though. No one on the field realizes it's just a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot penalty in high school.
The one person that
both
the people
the Comets,
that do
both the Comets defense and the Cardinal offense went to go where the spot of the flag was.
But the most important people, the guys in stripes, the referees knew it was only a 15-yard penalty.
First down for the Cardinals. Jennings takes it. A little quick pass to Satterwhite, and he had some space but didn't get the block.
Weston Simmons
with a great tackle out on the edge.
Jordan Robinson.
Yeah, the timing on that was just kind of
a
little bit off.
I don't even think it was
play.
that off. Just the wide receiver in the wide receiver's screen just completely didn't block that guy. So loss of about 7 yards on the play. Second and 17. Jennings takes it, looks, throws deep, got Cheatham one-on-one, and just off of his hands. I don't know if he would have got his feet in bounds.
I can't fault the effort there. He not only dives but pivots in the air. He gets his hands on it, but you're right. He might not have come in bounds. Little too much air into that. He had a step.
Third down, 17.
So third down and 17.
The Cardinals, you just can't turn it over here. You have time and timeouts to punt this away. Just don't do anything to completely flip this field. Jennings takes it, gonna roll right. Scrambling around and throws it incomplete.
Great pass intended for Elio.
I don't know.
It's incomplete.
He was rolling out to his right, and he had some receivers out there. Does a good job to scramble and throw it over the tight end's head to get rid of it. But
that was rather risky.
Yeah, I'd rather see him take the risk down the field.
Just throw it deep and out of bounds. Great. Back to punt again. This one will be not returned. Get a Cardinal bounce. Out of bounds. Inside the Comet 25.
So 5:52 left to play in this game. Mason Comets leading your Colerain Cardinals 14-7.
I did it again.
Yeah, it's you try to rush sips of a drink in between little dead air. But you need to take the
lid off,
take
so
the
it
lid
just
off
get
your
this
coffee.
Trickle onto my chin. They will say officially it went out of the 25 for the Comets. They'll stay in this too tight formation that they've had success for on the last drive. Hand it off, trying to find some space, dragging defenders. Gain of about 3 for Hibbert.
And the Mason Comets will take 3 yards in a cloud of dust. The clock is their best friend. 5:30 left to play.
Second down and 7.
Still a lot of time, but Colerain cannot give up too many first downs at this point. They need to stop.
They're still sitting on all 3 of their timeouts with the way their offense is operated. This is second half. Can't afford to give up too much ground.
Is that the tight end back at quarterback?
Yes, tight end. Wildcat formation. Wild Comet formation. Fakes the hand off the outside, tries to find space middle, drags the defender, and that is just a...
That's an I'm bigger than you are kind of.
First down, Comets.
Kind of, as his size, he kind of looks like a young Tim Tebow.
No, he doesn't. Just because he's a big guy running quarterback, he does not look like Tim Tebow.
I said his build is like a young Tim Tebow.
His build's like a young just person.
4:30.
Staying in this heavy, too tight formation. Snap, handoff, stretch play. Sailors in open space, cross midfield. First down, Comets.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a tired Colerain defense right now.
Well, not only tired, but they weren't able to get completely set. Quick snap by the Comets.
Colerain gets some fresh bodies in there. So they're down to the Colerain 43.
We do see a substitution. Jennings now in at safety for the Cardinals. Handoff, middle, Sailors trying to find some space. That was interesting. He decided that he was just going to fling his body forward to take his momentum, and he's met, but gets about 5, maybe 6 on the carry.
Yeah, he's not exceedingly fast, but he's very quick. And he, as you said, just kind of got small and just kind of sacrificed.
He just kind of curled up and he turned himself into a Comet.
Yep. So they gave him 4, almost 5 on that play.
He turned himself into a Comet.
I'm ignoring that comment.
He curled up into a ball with like a Comet. 2nd and 6 for Mason. Drop play again. Met in the backfield. And there's your big tight end out of the Wildcat, bouncing off a tackle and picking up the first down. The Cardinals had him in the backfield, but the big man just bounced off, kept his feet going, and got another Comet first down.
Yeah, he took a 2-yard loss and turned it into a first down right there. Colerain had stopped him, but nobody really got a hand on him. He ran into the pile, and there's nowhere to go, but no one really kind of got a hand on the jersey.
Are allowed on the field. We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
So 2:40 left to play.
This is where the Cardinals, this is the game here.
They can't now allow another first down.
You have all 3 timeouts. This is about the spot where you want to start to use them. Comets will let this run down on the clock. Handoff, middle, tackle in the backfield, timeout. Colerain.
Timeout. Colerain.
So 2:20 to play. Comets will have it 2nd down and 10 in Cardinal territory.
The play was from
14-7 Comets, 2:20 to play. 2nd and 10 for the Comets. 2 timeouts left for the Cardinals.
You know, and where they're out on the field, Colerain's going to have to stop them on 4 downs.
Yeah, and this is the exact situation that Mason was in last week. They had to ice the game. They had 3 downs to get a first down against Princeton. Princeton stopped them, 3 downs, Comets came out, went forward on 4th down, and drew the Princeton Vikings off sides. And didn't have to get any yards the rest of the game. So not only is it important for the Cardinals to stay sharp and disciplined from after the snap, but pre-snap. The Comets have used that last week. Pre-snap motions and sounds to get free 5 yards. So back to play. Out of the gun, still that wild Comet formation. Quentin Kalen takes it, keeps it, stays on his feet. He's going to go nowhere.
Yeah, Nathan Fry did a good job shedding the blocker. Makes the stop right away. That time he got through and got a hand on him.
Corey Myrie.
3rd and 9. For the Comets, 2:15 to play, so just 5 seconds. So we joked about a fast trigger at the end of that half there. That was a fast trigger against the Comets there.
This is a dangerous play call for the Colerain defense. 3rd down and 9, you expect that they're going to run it and they make you burn that last timeout. But they've had some success with that play action and finding in the middle of the field. So if they commit their linebackers too much, they've had that middle of the field open behind the linebackers in front of the safety. I mean, do you commit everybody to the run? Do you send everybody?
Throw it the other way. If you're the Comets, you think the Cardinals are cheating enough to stop the run that you risk a pass that's incomplete and the Cardinals get to pocket an extra timeout.
Yeah, you'd almost rather have a 3rd and 5 than 4 than a 3rd and 9 in this situation. It's a tough call defensively. Quarterback under center.
It's going to be a stretch play. Handoff. He's met in the backfield for a loss of 4 and a timeout immediately by the Cardinals.
Yeah, Craig makes another. He's shown up tonight.
Cooper Craig.
Cooper Craig sheds his blocker right there and makes the stop.
And the Cardinals cheated really bad on that play.
Oh, they overcommitted to that right side. They saw formation that they liked, that they
saw
seen
that
in
stretch
film.
play. They saw that stretch play, and they so cheated.
If
on
Mason
that play.
runs a bootleg to a tight end on the opposite side of that field, but you never know. It's easy to second guess.
So Cardinals, 2:11 on the clock, 4th and 12 for the Comets. You got to think this is interesting because of the Comets. Yeah, you just punt it. You don't even care. But
I think you almost pooch kick it. You line up, you see what you like. If you fake it, if it's there. If not, just kind of kick it away.
I mean, special teams has been if there's been one strength of the Cardinals all year, it's been special teams. They've had several blocked kicks for touchdowns this year. I don't know if I want to risk that, but we'll see what happens here. What comes out? Because
again, you're close enough even to leave the offense out there.
That's what I'm saying. Do you run the offense or do you
the offense
bring the
is,
punt in? So
the offense is out there and maybe have your quarterback pooch kick it. Let's see. A lot of times he's going under center. A lot of times they'll have him in the shotgun formation. You can notice he's a little deeper. But no, he's under center. Look for him to try to draw the Colerain Cardinals off sides.
Jump, but not across the line for the Cardinals. And that maybe just running for delay. Yeah, they're just coming in the line, trying to draw the Cardinals off sides. They'll take the 5-yard delay game.
Delay a game.
The clock does not move, but the ball comes back 5 yards.
Five-yard penalty.
He's gonna be, and this is the one chance that I say, you know what? Field the ball inside your own 10-yard line. That's your best shot here. Kuchenberg back to punt. Kick is up, kick is away. And it will get into the end zone. Stuck between two Comets.
Well, I'll tell you what, Colerain gets lucky there. They were confused at how many guys and what personnel to put in there. And I don't know if they had not enough or too many guys on the field. Either way, they weren't ready. Well, no penalty was called.
They had a Goldilocks there. They had just right.
I think it was just so confused on the sidelines that it was too tough to count.
As I would tell my daughter, bedtime story, not too hot, not too cold. It was just right. She really enjoys telling Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Colerain catches a break right there.
That one. It's her favorite story to tell. 2:03 for the Cardinals to matriculate 80 yards with no timeouts. Corey Myrick in on offense, along with Greg Williams.
Safeties really aren't camping too deep. They're going to be moving back at the snap, but
Jennings takes the snap, looks to throw. Satterwhite, incomplete.
it's almost better. It's an incomplete. Kind of just throws off into the slot man.
Satterwhite falls incomplete. Second down. 10.
It does stop the clock. If he catches that there, he's only picking up 1.5 yards, and the clock would be
He
moving.
picked up 5. It was at the 25, wasn't it? Yeah, he would have picked up 5 yards. Still probably not worth the time he lost on the clock. Second down, twin receivers to either side. Jennings drops back. Chases through, steps through, makes one man miss, still on his feet. Still going on it, makes a man miss. He's got the first down across to the 34-yard line.
Clock is going to stop while they move the chains.
Good for Cardinal. First down and 10.
1:48 left to play. Colerain does not have a timeout left. They start the clock, 1:45, 1:44.
Cardinals are away. Jennings again steps up, and this time he's not going to get the first down. Cardinals got to get back quickly.
He takes a shot there and kind of getting up slow. If you're hurt, you need another quarterback in, get in, but
I don't know if the Cardinals really have another quarterback to put in.
safeties have now moved into deep zone coverage.
1:20 to play. Deep throw. Robinson one-on-one. Picked off by the Comets.
Yeah, that's just a throw and a hope, and they had the safeties back that time playing a little bit of center field, and they did their job. They got one-on-one coverage to the outside, did not see the safety, but if you're Colerain, you've got to take that chance.
37-yard line.
Comets will take over with 1:13.
Colerain with no timeouts left.
Cannot stop the clock. So the Comets will line up victory formation and can run out the clock. They'll have to snap the ball just one more time.
Back to the 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 12 for the Comets with 1 minute remaining.
1 minute now to play. So the Cardinals will lose here in the playoffs to the Mason Comets. The final score will be 14-7, but you know, really a team that really showed a different team here in the second half of the season. That first half of the season, they went on that losing streak, and you know, they didn't look like they had anything going positive, but really made some adjustments on offense.
Well, look at the change. This team got beat 32-6 by this Mason Comics team just several weeks ago. They come out here and give them everything that they had. So, and no fault of these seniors. This team showed growth. They showed fight. It wasn't pretty. Had a lot of adversity tonight with the bus crash, and our thoughts and prayers go out with some of our players and even a coach that we've heard that got a little bit banged up. Nobody seriously, but we got the game off. These Cardinals showed up. Just Comets just a little bit too much for them to handle tonight.
This will be the last game final here at Mason High School. The Comets defeat the Cardinals 14-7, the final game for these senior Colerain Cardinal players. Not the way they wanted to finish, but I think that was a really good showing there to end the season. So that will do it here at Colerain Game Day for the 2022 football season. We want to thank you again for another year of broadcasting with you guys. Thank Mike Rourke for all his work on the camera, all his work behind the scenes, myself, Brandon White, and my father, Brian White, for another season of calling Colerain Cardinal football. It wasn't the usual season we're used to, but, you know, nonetheless, it was fun, entertaining, and a lot to look forward to next year. So, for all of us here at Colerain Game Day, final score, Mason 14, Colerain 7. Thanks for watching this final presentation of the 22 season. Cardinals lose 14-7.